year by year, month by month, day by day.
Brad, do I see the yurt behind you?
Yeah, I'm in my yurt. Been in here 10 years now.
Are you there on the 100-acre farm where we met 15 years ago?
It used to be a 100-acre farm. It's now divided up into little pieces.
'Cause I can almost remember seeing it originally. Your yurt isn't air conditioned, but you don't need air conditioning out there, I guess.
It's 13 feet high, and I can just crank it up, and it lets the air come through. It's got 2 doors and a skylight, and that's enough. There's a breeze up on this hill. I live up on a hill.
Good afternoon. My name is Ed Epperson. I'm 80 years old, a retired veterinarian, and I have Parkinson's disease. I've been diagnosed with Parkinson's, and that's what caused my hand to shake. I've been going to a meeting called Death Cafe about once a month for the last several years, and people come together to talk about how they want to have their death be experienced. I read the book Tuesdays with Maury, and we decided to kind of steal Tuesdays with Maury and call it Sunday Afternoon with Fast Eddie. So I used to be a doctor or a veterinarian, and now I'm Fast Eddie, and so we're having a lot of fun just sharing our ideas of what it means to lose a grandpa or a grandma or a child or anybody, because I think the American culture needs to get over being so afraid of dying. As a veterinarian, I can say that I've seen at least 1,000 animals die, and it's not that big a deal, so I'm not afraid to die. I don't look forward to it, but it seems like something quite acceptable, like wrinkles on your face, or your hair turning white, or wearing glasses, or getting fat, you know. So, Brad Blanton, I'd like to have you share anything that might be of use to the world about radical honesty in relation to the death of our bodies.
Okay, well, first I want to say that I appreciate you for being my friend for all these years. And that you've always been a very curious person in both meanings of that word. You've always been a curious person, meaning when people meet you, they say, he's curious. And you've also been always full of curiosity. I always know when I get a call from you, I'm going to hear about something that I probably want to know about, and that y'all being caught up on it. You sort of have become like a reliable. You hadn't called for about 4 or 5 months, and I called you a couple of months ago because I was missing my update from Ed about whatever you had been reading or thinking, or the most recent thing to the forum, or about your life. And so I like and appreciate you for the way you've been my friend.
Thank you for saying that. It's funny that I think everybody thinks they're normal. I heard that Robin Williams thought that he was normal. That's pretty funny. Yeah. I think that the way I reacted to the world is the way everybody reacts to the world. I know it's not true, but I don't know how it sounds until it comes out of your mouth, and I go, oh yeah, I can see that, but I wouldn't have ever thought of it myself. Full of curiosity.
And the forum, as you progress through different levels and stages and learnings over the last more than 20 years about the forum, I feel like you're also my reliable upgrade on whatever the Werner Erhard and the followers of Werner Erhard are doing. That if there's anything new that comes up, well, I'll hear about it soon from Ed. It's like a reliable someone that posts the progress.
Yeah. I'll call you tomorrow and give you an update on that.
Okay. Thanks.
Leisa, would you like to go next?
Sure. So my name is Leisa McClellan, and I met Ed in a seminar probably 15 15 years ago, I'm guessing, probably about 15 years ago. And Ed was in my small group, and he said the most unusual thing. He said, okay, ladies, for those of you who are ladies, I'm passionate about relationships. And if you want to know how a man thinks about relationships, and if you want support in having your relationships work while we're in this seminar group together, you know, I'm your guy. Contact me, let me know if I can support you or in any way. And at the time, I was married and not sure I wanted to be married anymore. And so I called Ed, and we started meeting and getting together and talking about relationships. And I learned some of the most amazing things from you, Ed. Really, to this day, I use almost everything you shared with me at that time in my relationships with my former husband now, with people like my children. I mean, just basic relationship things I'd never heard from anyone else. And I am so grateful for that one seminar where we met, because that was only the beginning of our relationship. Ed and I have stayed in communication, and anytime I get to a place in my life where I'm stopped or I'm not really sure, you know, what to do, you're one of the people that I know I can call and I can reach out to, and you're always there. You're always available to me. You call me just to check on me. That's really extraordinary to me, because I don't have a lot of people in my life that are like that. And it was really fun thinking about, you know, what I appreciate about you and who you are for me. You know, who you are for me is, you're a friend. You're way more than a friend. You know, you're really one of the most generous, loving, kind people I've ever met. Your commitment to the world and to people is really beyond anything I've ever experienced in a person. So thank you for everything that you've been willing to give of yourself for me to have a great life. I really am present to your commitment.
And Lisa, I would like it if you would give yourself credit, pat yourself on the back for being one of the women in my group that said yes.
Sure.
Because it seems to me like life is a place where we say yes, no, maybe, counteroffer. But thank you for saying yes. I will call you, and then you did, and then things happened. And I think that our future world, if we're healthy, it will go like that. People will say that they're good at carpentry or plumbing or electricity or whatever, and then they'll get used for that because they spoke up.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed.
Brett, a lot of the things that I taught Lisa, I learned from you, so feel good. Frank, would you like to go next?
Sure. Like Lisa, I met you in a landmark program, and to the best of my memory, what I remember is that up until I formally met you, I'd heard a lot about you through other people in that community. Funny thing is, when I first heard people talking about you, they didn't mention your age. So I was picturing this like maybe middle-aged guy who rides his motorcycle everywhere and does all these cool things, goes skiing every year. And then I met you, and I was just really impressed that you had maintained such an active lifestyle and just remained engaged with the world the way that you are. And I guess it kind of helped to, I never saw myself as being someone who was ageist, but I realized that I was ageist when I met you, and then Mary also, because to be completely authentic, like I didn't think couples past a certain age you would even have sex together anymore. At an age where most people in society would say that's not even possible. It was just really just eye-opening. And it made me reconsider a lot of how I view my own trajectory in life and where I was going. Because at a certain point I just kind of resigned myself that when I get to a certain age, my body's going to fall apart, I'll be less active, and just do less things in the world. And thanks to you and Mary, like that myth just kind of got busted up for me.
So I really thank you for that alone. And on top of it, that, like everything else that you've done has just been incredible. You know, you've been such a stand for people, for myself, for people that we know.
I love your voicemails. You know, you're an early morning person. I'm completely not. So I'll wake up, you know, at noon or whatever, and then get these voicemails from you, and you recommend interesting movies and thought-provoking books, and just, it's like, I don't know. It's really cool to just have you as a friend and a guide and a mentor.
You've just made a huge difference in my life. Like, I know flat out my life would just be far less interesting and far less thoughtful, and lacking a certain element of compassion were it not for you. So, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Brad, I'm thinking about doing Fritz Perls' prayer about I do my thing. Let's stand up and hold hands. And Brad Blanton worked with Fritz Perls for a long time.
You want me to do it or you want to do it?
Why don't you do it?
All right. This is a responsive prayer. I'll say a line and you say a line if you want to. If you don't want to, don't. But if you say the line, then let yourself feel it. I am me.
I am me.
And you is you.
And you is you.
I do my thing.
I do my thing.
And you do your thing.
And you do your thing.
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations.
I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations.
And you're not in this world to live up to my expectations.
And you're not in this world to live up to my expectations.
And you're not in this world to live up to your expectations.
And I am not in this world to live up to my expectations.
And I'm not in this world to live up to my own expectations.
And you are not in this world to live up to your expectations.
Nobody's in this goddamn world to live up to anybody's goddamn expectations.
Nobody's in this goddamn world to live up to anybody's goddamn expectations.
If we get together, it's beautiful.
If we can get together, it's beautiful.
If not, it's too bad.
If not, it's too bad.
Amen.
Amen.
I enjoyed this. Thank you for asking me.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Nice meeting y'all. Bye.
That'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave me. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the